Senator Daines, Steve Daines, joining us right now. He's been highly critical, Republican of Montana, of the way that our Office of Personnel Management has dealt with the hacking issues there. And Senator, I wonder, when you saw this news unfold here today at 11:32 a.m., just about 2 hours ago exactly, when you heard that the New York Stock Exchange was halting trading, did you worry? Did you think that this might be some kind of hacker attempt here?
Well, it's always a possibility, and the thought goes through your mind. I spent 12 years as an executive of a cloud computing software company, and technical glitches do sometimes happen, and it appears to be a technical glitch. I just spoke with Senator Ron Johnson, the chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, just minutes ago, and the best of his knowledge, we don't believe this is a malicious attack. This is a technical issue, coincidental between United Airlines, the Wall Street Journal, and the New York Stock Exchange. But these kind of technical problems do occur, but the bottom line is this: we need to get to the root cause of the problem and then put in countermeasures to prevent it from ever happening again. But as you pointed out, Trish, what concerns me greatly is what happened to the OPM a few weeks ago. I was one of those federal employees that received a letter saying my account had been hacked. Somewhere between 4.2 million federal employees, or upwards of 18 million, according to the FBI. The OPM saying 4 million, FBI 18 million federal employees were hacked. These are old, antiquated systems, and the federal government just can't keep up. They can't run as fast as the private sector for preventing these hacking attacks. So I'm greatly concerned about cybersecurity and certainly the abilities for the federal government to protect our nation's assets as well as our databases.
Well, that's the real concern. Tom Kellerman telling us just earlier that, Senator, one of the problems with all of these big, laborious institutions is that no one really worries about it until it actually happens. And his point was that you need a larger responsibility there for the chief technology officer, where they're reporting directly to the board and they have a bigger say in all this, because let's not forget, not only does it make every single one of us vulnerable if something like this happens, of course, but this ultimately could destroy any institution. I mean, you think of the challenges that Target faced, for example, after they were hacked into. And the reality should be every CEO should be worried about this kind of stuff, as should every member of government on a regular basis. This is a new kind of threat.
Yeah, well, I agree, and you're seeing more and more companies moving the CIO, the CTO, the risk management as it relates to the IT infrastructure, moving that directly to the boardroom and reporting directly to the CEO. I think that is exactly right. As we look at the risks, they say today there are two types of companies: those who have been hacked and those who know they've been hacked. That's the reality of today. And that is true not only of the private sector, that's true of the public sector. My concern is that the private sector can quickly run. They will adapt much, much more quickly than the public sector. I'm more concerned right now about the federal government's ability to protect itself and to protect the American people, because the government runs at glacial speed.
Yeah, no, you can say that again. I do want to emphasize with everyone that the New York Stock Exchange is set to reopen for trading there at 11 Wall Street at 3 p.m. So you see these traders by 3 p.m. rather. You'll see these traders being able to move money around, move these trades around in the final hour there, as our Nicole